Matthew, then says he to them. Mark, and Jesus answering said to them. Luke, and he said to them. So only Mark has answering. But this is a response to their answer, so I'm not going to put answering. And Jesus. Then says Jesus. I'm going to put the name Jesus. So and or then. I'm going to put then from Matthew. Then says Jesus to them. Then Jesus says to them. Mark and Luke both have said to them. Only Matthew has says he. I want to put the name of Jesus now. And that's only Mark. And then Matthew says to them, all three. Luke, render therefore to Caesar. Mark, render to Caesar. So there's no therefore in Mark. Matthew, render therefore to Caesar. So I will put the therefore, but otherwise all those words are all three. Render, Matthew and Luke, the word therefore. And now back to all three. To Caesar. Luke continues, the things which be Caesar's. Mark, the things that are Caesar's. Matthew, the things which are Caesar's. Luke, the things which. So Luke has, I'm going to go with are, not be. That's more correct grammar. And Matthew and Luke both have are, so that's better. But am I going to choose which be Caesar's and the things which be God's? As in Luke, or the things that are Caesar's and the things that are God's. Matthew has both. Things which are Caesar's and things that are God's. Okay, so I can do whatever I want then. So which or that? Render therefore to Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God. I think that is clearer here. It sounds a little bit better to me. Maybe it's just because it's more modern. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. The things is all three. So that's Mark for the first mention, and then Matthew and Mark for the second mention. That Matthew and Mark are, and all three Caesar's, and to God the things, Matthew, Mark, that are, and God's is all three. Matthew continues, when they heard these words, they marveled and left him and went their way. Mark just has, and they marveled at him. Luke, and they could not take hold of his words before the people, and they marveled at his answer and held their peace. All three of them continue with the Sadducees then questioning him, so all I have to combine are those statements. When they heard these words, they marveled. They marveled. When they heard these words could go first. Luke, and they could not take hold of his words before the people, and they marveled. I think that I should start with Matthew. When they heard these words, they marveled. Combine that with Mark, and with Luke, they marveled at his answer. Then have the beginning part of Luke, and they could not take hold of his words before the people, then go to the end of that response in Luke, and held their peace. And left him and went their way. That's what I'll do. So I'll start with Matthew. Mark and Luke, then the earlier part from Luke. They marveled. They marveled. Mark, they marveled. So that's all three. Mark says at him, Luke says at his answer. I think I can have them both, at him and at his answer. Just like that. They marveled at him and at his answer. So I'm going to make this and be from Mark. Matthew has and left him, but first they have to hold their peace. And before that, I want to mention from Luke, they could not take hold of his words. And they could not take hold of his words before the people, and held their peace, from Matthew, and left him and went their way.